Join here with Tom Benassi on our first game of our doubleheader. And tonight we'll have Sinclair Community College right up the road here up at Dayton taking on Cincinnati State. Cincinnati State comes in with a record of 23-5 at 8-2. And unfortunately, they don't have Sinclair's total record unless you've got it there, Tommy.
No, it had 6-8 on the website, but that can't be right.
So, but they are, I know, definitely struggling just a little bit. But Cincinnati's going to try to bounce back from their loss that they had against Owens, and it's basically a first place tie between Owens and Cincinnati State. So, Tom, you don't know how some teams or most teams respond after a loss, and I'm sure it was a very, very tough loss to have. They beat them the first time in overtime and ended up losing to Owens. So we'll see how they respond in tonight's senior night. Yeah,
the only thing is if it's on the road, so basically Owens protected their home court the same as Cincinnati State did. So the good thing in Cincinnati State's favor is they definitely have the easier schedule with Sinclair and Cuyahoga. Owens still has Edison and Columbus State left, so they've got two tough ball games left. So you never know, but Cincinnati State just has to take care of business here, and I don't see any reason why they shouldn't have kind of an easy night tonight against a struggling Sinclair team.
And you got a couple sophomores here tonight that have been very special this year. You got sophomore Cameron Vaughn, who's just had a phenomenal season, and also Kinsey Brandt. Two sophomores, and also Haley Phillips, and we've had a pleasure of watching her for a couple years, as well as Samantha Paratori, and then also number 44 Regina Young. So they've got a pretty decent little sophomore group that's graduating, and Tom, really they've been. We didn't know what to expect. They've had a pretty special year.
Yeah, I think Cameron. She's been up in the top 5 all year in rebounding. She set the school record for rebounds, which is still ongoing, obviously. So, huge year by her. Huge early season by Kinsey Brandt. We've seen her struggle a little bit lately in the scoring column, but she's one that doesn't stop doing all the other things to keep the team going. And I'll tell you what, Samantha Paratori has been playing very, very well underneath for Cincinnati State, and she had a pretty big game against Sinclair the first time, and you see her out there starting tonight.
So we'll see what happens. It looks like Paratori will be jumping center. She'll be jumping against number 42, Leanna Innocent, and it's going to be controlled by Cincinnati. And it's going to get it out to Kinsey Brandt. She's going to fire up a shot.
Phillips.
It's good. Phillips. Yeah. Haley Phillips puts it in. So an early 2-0 lead here from Cincinnati.
So you got all the sophomores in the starting lineup tonight.
That's a great thing to see, and typically a lot of schools do that. So man-to-man for Cincinnati. Firing up a shot right away was number 12, and that was Wang. And her shot was no good. It's quickly Cincinnati coming down. And driving to kick it back out to Paratori. She gets double teamed. She just throws up a shot, banks it in. How about that? She just kind of whipped it around, Tom, and ended up putting it in. And there's Innocent with the basketball. She does a pump fake, gives it outside now to Montgomery. Gets it back into Innocent. Layup shot was no good, and it went off of Cincinnati. It'll stay here with Sinclair. 4-0 early lead here for Cincinnati. Tom thought there'd be a little bit more of a bigger crowd being just, an hour away.
There was a traffic jam outside, so I don't know if maybe there's still some people out there waiting to come in.
And Sinclair got it in bounds, and a great save out there by Ashley Morrow. Hits it off at Haley Phillips. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Sinclair. 4-0 our score.
You missed the game last Wednesday when they played Columbus State, and I'll tell you, in my opinion, it was the best all-around game that they've played, at least at home this season. Absolutely crushed Columbus State from the opening tip on.
And what's even, nice block by Paratori, but Tom, even more important, they're 11-0 at home this year. And that's very impressive. That's saying something.
That's one of the things that you aim for. You protect your home floor and then get as many wins on the road as you can, but you have to protect your home court.
So they only got 8 seconds on a shot clock. Oh, nice, and they throw it up, put it up and in was number 12, and is Wang who puts it in, and it's 4-2.
Come on, Haley.
Haley Phillips fires up a shot. It is no good, but Paratori's going to get a foul. She pushed off. So that'll be her first foul. Cincinnati up here 4-2, 18-36. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Rhonda McMillan here. I had a little hiatus last week with the death of Alice Ellis and everybody in the Anderson area knows her very well. She will definitely be missed. So, and I appreciate you, Tom, doing that. Look at that. Going into the basket was number 42, Innocent, and like you said, Tom, should have been called a charge, and it was not. So that's going to tie the score up here at 4. And it looks like they're playing a little, what are they playing, a matchup zone maybe? Get it to Cameron Vaughn, who gets double teamed, and she's got nowhere to go. She gives it up now. Get it inside of Paratori. She gets 4 people on her. Vaughn on a wing throws up a shot. It is no good. It's rebounded by number 10, and that is Payne. And they threw it inside. It's going to be a steal by Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn coming down the other way. He's going to take it all the way to the basket. Lays it up. Shot is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Ashley Morrow. So Morrow for Sinclair coming down the other way. Morrow from Springboro High School, and that's where athletic director Tom Hathaway was from. We got 18 on the shot clock. Our score here, 4-4, 17-30. And look at that battle inside by Young and Innocent.
I tell you what, Young's doing a good job. Oh, somebody just got beat.
And throwing it up. 2 layups missed by Wang. She cut to the basket, had a wide open layup, missed it, got her rebound, and could not put it up and in again. Cincinnati and Sinclair tied up here at 4. Kenzie Brandt has it at the top of the key. Again, they're going to be in a, looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, Tom. Swinging out now to Paratori. Over to Cameron Vaughn. They get it down in the corner. Get it inside to Regina Young. She squares up to the basket. Got her shot rejected by Innocent. Quickly coming down the other way now is going to be Montgomery. She throws up a shot, puts it up and in.
Nice shot right there by Carly Montgomery.
Well, they were down 4-0, and now they've gone on a 6-0 run, and now they are up 6-0, or 6-4, excuse me.
Well, 2-3 zone. Definitely got to look for Cameron Vaughn, who the first time these two teams played had a monster game, 23 points and 18 rebounds.
Haley Phillips fires up a shot. It barely hits iron. It's going to be rebounded by number 10, and that is, I believe it's Payne, isn't it? Yes.
An easy bucket right there for Riley Wang, assisted by Carly Montgomery.
And did not last long, as Ash is going to be set to check into the ball game for Cincinnati. Get it out to Haley Phillips. She's going to fire up another 3-point shot. It is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Payne. Quickly coming down the other way to get it to Montgomery, and they try to throw it to Innocent, and it goes out of bounds. It's like Stevenson and also Ash checking in the ball game for the first time for Cincinnati. Young and Paratori going to check out.
Stevenson had a nice game up there at Owens. It looks like she still got a wrap on there. It's not quite as big as the one she had against Columbus State.
8-4, Cincinnati trailing Sinclair. Get it out to Stevenson, over to
there you go.
Brandt has it now. Gets it inside now to Ash. Turns around, in and out, no good. And quickly coming down is going to be Sinclair. And to get it over to Montgomery for a 3-pointer on the way.
Wide open.
It's a 3-pointer, and Sinclair on a 11-0 run, and they're up now 11-4 as they were trailing 4-0. Get it into Ash down in the corner, back to Stevenson, crosses it over to Phillips, gets it into Cameron Vaughn, squares up to the basket, kicks it back outside. Phillips at the elbow, throws up a shot in and goes in.
That's Kinsey.
I'm sorry, Kenzie Brandt, I'm sorry.
Another one. They got beat back again, and she
that
missed
was Wang.
the shot.
She missed 3 layups so far here early. And Haley Phillips is going to run the ball down. Gets it back to Cameron Vaughn, swings it over now to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to go all the way in. She tries to kick it out to Brandt. She does. They've got 15 on the shot clock. Stevenson swings it over to Haley Phillips. She fires up a 3-point shot. No good. Barely hits iron.
Goodness.
And getting the rebound is number 24, and that is Morrow. Payne's going to drive all the way to the basket, throws up a shot off the glass. It is no good. Stevenson with the rebound. Stevenson quickly coming down for Cincinnati. She's going to drive all the way to the basket, throws it off the glass, up and in.
Nice.
That was determination by Stevenson. She puts it up and in, and Cincinnati now trying to get back into this ball game as they were down 11-4. Going all the way as Morrow. She throws up a shot. It is no good. Tell you what, Tom, they're not calling anything now.
No, they're not calling anything. And I'll tell you what, Sinclair is definitely trying to run up and down the floor with Cincinnati State, which is kind of surprising.
Absolutely. It's like Grace McDougal will check into the ball game for Cincinnati. Haley Phelps will check out. Morrow's taking the ball out of bounds for Sinclair. Sinclair in the red, Cincinnati in the gray. Get it into Innocent. Left-handed shot, no good.
Right there.
But right there's Morrow. She misses it, no good. So, Tom, they've missed point-blank layups, at least 3 of them. McDougal, nice pass down into Kinsey Brandt. Gets it over to Ash now. Ash gets it over to McDougal. McDougal kicks it inside to Ash. She spins, turns, throws up a shot, no good. That was good ball movement that time. And Morrow, it was Innocent with the rebound, and Morrow now has it. Crosses the timeline. They come off to her left off the screen from Innocent. She's going to take it. She falls down on the ground.
Kept her dribble.
And ball's on the ground. They're going to fight for it, and ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Sinclair. It's just really weird. We get a game where they call everything, and now we have a game where they don't call anything, and I don't know which one you'd rather have.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Columbus State game that Rondell and I did, the first half there was 7 total fouls called. The second half there was 25.
Wow. So Innocent's going to put a basket in, and what do we got going on here? Sinclair's going to call a timeout. They're up 13-8, Tom, and like you said, it's kind of I don't know if you want to call it shocking that they're trying to run with them.
Yeah, and they've actually gotten some second chance opportunities on the offensive end, but like you said, they've missed like 4 shots inside the semicircle down there, and it's kept the score as close as it is. But right now, Sinclair's winning the battle on the boards, 9-5. I have, or 9-4. So Cincinnati State's got to kind of wake up a little bit here and start pounding the ball on the inside like they're used to doing with Vaughn and Parator.
So Cincinnati trying here 13-8, trying to extend their 12-0 perfect record here during the regular season, and they will definitely have a bye, Tom. We'll be back in about a week and a half. We'll be back and broadcast the conference tournament, and it should be an exciting tournament. Both the men and the women. You think in the women's side, the 3 teams that stick out are Columbus State, you got Owens, and you got Cincinnati. And on the men's side, I think it's wide open.
Yeah, the men, really I believe it. I think you're right. I think you got to give Cuyahoga some props. I think, they're sitting behind Cincinnati State in the standings, but after what we saw here out of Cuyahoga, there's no question they can play with any team in the league. And, the women, I add Edison into that group. Edison's been pretty solid all year long. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun because I'd love to see Owens and Cincinnati State again.
Yeah.
But they both got to earn their way there first.
Absolutely. Get it down in the corner now to Ash. Over to Stevenson. Swings it over to McDougal. Kenzie Brandt gets it down to Ash. Get it over to McDougal now. Up high to Stevenson. They got 16 on the shot clock. Notice that their passes are a lot crisper, Tom. Stevenson, well, except for that one right there. Gets it stolen by Mars. Going to give it up now to Montgomery. Montgomery's going to drive all the way in. She got hammered, and they didn't call anything. Ball's going to stay with Sinclair. It's unbelievable that we only have 1 foul here in 7 minutes, Tom. Usually we have – I know the one game we had 15 easily called in about the first 15
and like
minutes.
I said, mark it down because watch the second half and see how it changes.
And Morrow's going to throw up a shot. It is no good. McDougal with the rebound for Cincinnati. Quickly gives it up now to Ash. Ash going to take it all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. So you know what? Cincinnati says, you know what? You want to run with us? Bring it on.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very good idea to try and do it if I'm Sinclair, but obviously the coach knows his players better than I do.
Cincinnati trying here 13-10. That's Morrow that has the basketball, 17 on the shot clock. Cincinnati's playing a man-to-man. Get it over to Montgomery. Montgomery has a top of key, gets it inside to Wang. Wang throws up a shot, might have been blocked, and Innocent's going to get it. She throws up a shot, puts it up and in. I tell you, they're definitely letting them play here tonight. We've only had 1 foul called so far in this ball game. And, Tom, we can get over early tonight. McDougal gets it inside to Cameron Vaughn, puts it up and in. That was a great job.
And that's where we're used to seeing Cameron get all her points, right there. She battles the boards, and she gets open on the inside and gets those easy buckets.
And that's going to be Morrow. She's going to take it all the way to the basket, and they finally are going to call a foul, and I believe it's going to be on Stevenson. Tom, the one thing I could never understand is the one referee called the foul. She walked away, and another official came up, and I've never understood that. Is there a reason?
I can't.
Back in your officiating days?
I cannot get into their heads at all. I don't. I haven't figured them out all year. Just when you think you got it figured out, you see something that you've never seen before.
And That is innocent. Throws up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, throws up another shot, no good. And just checking into the ball game, I believe, is that's Payne that just scored a basket. I'm sorry. Just puts it up and in, and good job on the board by Sinclair. They've got a 5-point lead. Swinging around now to Chang, and they're going to call 3 seconds, I believe, on Cameron Vaughn. Tom, if you remember, a couple years ago, we saw Sinclair play well for maybe a half, if that, and then they just got worn down.
Yeah, and I mean, Cincinnati State goes 10 deep. We haven't seen Brandy Henshin yet, but everybody else has been in the game. But, I mean, sooner or later, I think talent-wise and depth-wise, Cincinnati State's just too strong.
So they had the ball into Canton over there in the corner, and she's going to fall out of bounds. And the ball will go over to Cincinnati. Paratori's going to check back in. Cameron Vaughn will come out for Cincinnati.
And to go a little further on your point, Dan, when you said when they get tired, that's when you see the turnovers start building up. Right now they got 17 points, but they only got 3 turnovers.
Right.
So we'll see how long that lasts.
They do get the ball inside, and she gets double-teamed as Ash. She throws it off the backboard, no good. But there's going to be a foul on McDougal, so that is going to be 3 fouls now on Cincinnati. It's like Moore is going to check in for Sinclair. Again, this will be senior night, sophomore night, whatever you want to call it, here at Sinclair. So it'll be, at Cincinnati State. A couple sophomores we'll see play their last game here tonight. And turnaround is innocent. Throws up a shot in and out, no good. Rebounded by Paratori. We outlet it to McDougal. And gives it up to Chang. She turns around and she got fouled as she spun to the basket. I believe it's going to be on innocent. Yep, 42. That'll be her first.
This has not been a strength for Alexis here in the last probably 3 weeks. We've seen her struggle big time at home.
And first free throw's gone away, no good. Getting ready for her second free throw. Free throw on the way, and it's good. So she makes 1 of 2. Cincinnati trailing here 17-13 with 10:42 to go. I'm Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Rhonda McMillan here on NBC Community Television. Like there's going to be a steal by Chen. She falls to the ground, keeps her dribble, gives it up, and Ash is going to have it. So good job by Alexis Chen. And McDougal now has the basketball. Chen gets it down in the corner, and there's Ash for a 3-point shot. Air ball, no good. And Wang with the rebound. Going to give it up now to Morrow. Morrow's going to give it inside to Innocent. Innocent loses control. Nice job by Alexis Chen fighting for that basketball. And Kinsey Brandt now has it on the right. Over to McDougal. Get it inside of Paratori. She turns around, throws up a shot. No good. Goes out of bounds. I guess it was tipped by Sinclair. It'll stay with Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think Innocent got a piece of that on the way up. So they're going to retain possession, but not a very spirited shot right there by Samantha. Didn't have a whole lot behind it.
Cincinnati takes the ball out of bounds. Get it down in the corner, Chen. They have 16 on shot. McDougal's going to fire up a 3-point shot. Oh, that looked good, but didn't make it. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll go to Sinclair.
Cincinnati State 0 for 5 from three-point land so far, so they need to start getting it a little closer to the basket.
And Morrow's going to bring the ball up for Sinclair. Sinclair up here 17-13. And Cincinnati looks like they are going to be in a, what are they in there, Tommy?
Looked like a 1-2-2 when they first brought it down.
And it's a 2-3. Turnaround shot, no good by Payne, and it's going to be rebounded by Chen. Here comes McDougal. Oh, she throws a bad pass. It gets stolen by Morrow. And Morrow's going to come down to the left. She loses control of the basketball, saves it off of the legs of McDougal out of bounds. It's like Stevenson and Vaughn are going to check in for Cincinnati.
Right now, shooting percentages are not very good in this ball game, but Cincinnati State, once again, will rely on their defense to get them in this game.
Going to have to hurry up and get it in. That was a lot longer than 5 seconds. I'm sorry. I'm here to tell you. So Sinclair has to burn another timeout. And 17-13, Sinclair up on Cincinnati. So big weekend last weekend for the men too as well, Tom. They beat Owens, who they lost to earlier in the year, and end up winning on the road and just really start to play some pretty good basketball. I think they've won 4 of the last 5 or 5 of the last 6 or So they're playing very well.
Yeah, the game you missed against Columbus State, they kind of did the same thing that the women did to them from the opening tip. The defense was just amazing. I mean, they played so hard on defense, and eventually that brought their offense, even better. And Thomas Jackson and them got off a little bit in the second half and put them away very early. And then they go up to Owens, and I think that game, not just a win, but that kind of proved a point to the league that they're not done yet.
Absolutely.
They're not done yet. They may be 5-5, but they're not done.
Absolutely. Morrow's going to drive to the basket, throws up a shot, and got fouled. So good job by Morrow and a good drive to the basket.
First bucket by Ashley Morrow, and it's a nice one with contact, and she'll try for the three-point play.
Foul's going to be on Alexis Chin. That'll be her first.
Misses the free throw.
Quickly coming down, Kinsey Brandt's going to give it to Stevenson. Stevenson back over to Kinsey Brandt. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! Kinsey Brandt hits a three-pointer. And that's going to cut it down to a 3-point lead for Sinclair here at 19-16.
And that's the one part of her game, Dan, that was definitely hurt by that wrist injury.
Absolutely.
And hopefully that's going to start coming back more and more.
Good defense by Cincinnati. Morrow has nowhere to go with it. She's just dribbling around, throws up a shot, and they're going to call a foul.
Another one on Chin.
That'll be number 2. She's probably going to have to sit for a little bit, Tom.
Yeah, that's one of those, you just got to set your feet. If you don't set your feet, then you're going to get that call, especially out by the basket like that. Misses another free throw, Ashley Morrow.
Innocent checking in, and then for Cincinnati will be Brandy Henchins, and Chen will have to sit down for a while with 2 fouls. Free throw, good. So she makes one of them. It's going to make it 20-16 quickly. Cincinnati coming down. Stevenson's going to drive all the way. She walked. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way. Well, I tell you what, the one thing about that is I like the aggressiveness that she's had so far here early.
Yeah, and I think they definitely caught Sinclair's defense off guard right there. It was just she got bumped a little bit and couldn't regain her balance.
Wang's going to get it inside to Innocent. Nice spin move
shot
off the glass. That was a great job. Great job by Innocent putting it in.
She got 8 points now.
And there's a shot turned around. I believe that was Cameron Vaughn. I looked up too late. That's exactly what they want. So Cincinnati trailing 22-18, 8:15 to go here in this first half. And they get the ball. Not a good pass into Innocent, and Paratori's going to get it. Stevenson's going to give it up now to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt back to Stevenson. 2-3 zone for Sinclair. Try to throw it in. Not a very good pass, but getting it is Vaughn. Vaughn's going to give it back out now to Kinsey Brandt. They've got 12 on the shot clock. 7:50 to go here in this first half. They're going to have to hurry up and make something happen. Paratori's going to give it back up to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to drive in. Kick it over to Brandt. Over in the corner now. Henchins with the three-point shot. No good as time expired, but Kinsey Brandt's going to get the rebound. Brings it all the way in and just hits it off the front of the rim. Paratori saves it, and Morrow's going to dribble behind her back and come across the timeline. Montgomery's going to fire up a three-point shot.
Got it again.
Wow. Tom, she just kind of got the ball and looked and said, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, she's got 8 points right now, tied with Innocent for the team lead.
And Stevenson's going to fire up a three-point shot. It is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Innocent. Cincinnati going very cold here from the outside. 25-18, Sinclair up on Cincinnati. Innocent has it at the top. She said, well, I might as well too, and it was an air ball.
I don't think that's the shot you want right there out of Innocent.
And if I'm the coach, you definitely got to say that. Get the ball closer. Henchins going to fire up a three-point shot. Good.
Yes, sir.
It's a three-pointer. Tom, you're seeing a little bit more confidence from her on the outside.
Yeah, she's been playing so much better than she did earlier in the year. Much more confident, many more minutes being played. And they go to her for instant offense.
And there's Morrow just going right to the basket, lays it up and in.
And that's 5 for Morrow now.
27, 21, 6, 24 to go in his first set. Stevenson pulls up a jumper, and it's an air ball.
Got blocked by Montgomery a little bit.
She pulled up right at the elbow, but we got some substitutions. We got Young coming back in and Phillips for Cincinnati. Checking in for Sinclair is going to be Cannon.
Cincinnati State only 2 of 9 from behind the arc. And, once again, I think start pounding it inside to the big girls inside. You now got Regina Young and Cameron Vaughn in there. Both of them can score down low.
So Cincinnati's playing, it looks like they're in a kind of a 1-3-1 or a high 2-3 zone. Get the ball down in the corner to Innocent. She gets double teamed. Morrow now has it. They got 8 on the shot clock. Get it down in the corner. Try to throw it into Innocent. Not a very good pass. She loses control of it. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that wasn't Innocent's fault there. That was a bad pass. Nowhere near where it needed to be.
Brooke Smith checking back into the ball game for Cincinnati. They got a little flavor here of Cincinnati. They've got Montgomery is from Little Miami, and they've got Canton's from Lakota West. So they got a little sprinkle of some Cincinnati flavor.
So that's Kinsey Brandt's teammate, probably.
Yep. So Kinsey Brandt's going to have it now on the left. Gets it inside of Cameron Vaughn. Nice pump fake spin. Turn off the glass. No good. And Regina Young almost had a rebound, but it is taken by Payne. Payne's going to dribble all the way down, pull back out, get it inside. Nice ball movement. Three-pointer on the way is no good. That last shot was by Smith, was no good. And Regina Young's going to come down with it. 27-21. They quickly give it to Phillips. It's going to go off her hands, out of bounds.
A little miscommunication there on who that pass was going to, and they both kind of held up to wait and see if they were supposed to catch it. It was too late. So turnover right there. Haley Phillips should have had that ball.
27-21, we're getting ready to go under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. And it's going to be Payne bringing the ball up the court for Sinclair. Cincinnati's in a 1-2-2. Kinsey Brandt up high. Swing it around. All Sinclair's doing is trying to swing it around. That's kind of odd that Innocent is up high on that offense. Three-point attempt is no good. Innocent with the rebound, and she gets fouled as she's going to the basket. Foul's going to be on Vaughn. That'll be her first.
Innocent goes to the line. She's 4 for 10 from the field with 8 points, 5 rebounds. So good start for her.
Free throw good. (28-21). Sinclair up on Cincinnati State. Innocent ready for her second free throw. Free throw on the way. Good. So she buries both of them. And they have an 8-point lead here at 29-21. Swing it over to Phillips. Back to Kinsey Brandt. Oh, miscommunication again. It's going to go out of bounds. And I think Kinsey Brandt was trying to tell her to go one way, and she did. And unfortunately, ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I got them 6 turnovers now for Cincinnati State and 7 for Sinclair.
And Morrow has the basketball. Cincinnati's gone back to a man-to-man. Get it into Wang. Gives it back now to Morrow.
I thought she stepped
out of bounds. So did I. Get it over to Montgomery. Montgomery has it. Swings it over to Morrow. Morrow looking inside. They get it into not a good pass inside, and it's going to be stolen by Kinsey Brandt. Brandt swings it over down to Phillips. Gets
there
it
you go.
To Hitchens. Ash shot was no good. And rebounded by Wang for Sinclair.
It was almost like she didn't know whether to use the board or not.
I think she was kind of surprised that no one got up on her.
Yeah, wide open.
And Payne has the ball against Cincinnati man-to-man. They get it
nice
inside
pass
Innocent.
right there.
And there's going to be a foul on number 32, and that'll be Ash, and that'll be her first.
They're calling it on Cameron Vaughn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cameron Vaughn, that's 2 on her. And Innocent's going to go to line again, but great entry pass right there by Ashley Payne. She waited till the help defense cleared out and then lofted it over the top.
Free throw away by Innocent is good. They are up now 30-21, Tom. And I tell you what, Paratori is going to have a pretty decent game against Innocent here.
Yeah, and Innocent in their first matchup, Dan, 2 points.
Really?
2.
Wow, was she in foul trouble?
She fouled out, so I'm guessing that's what it was.
So she makes both free throws, and they are up 10 here, Tom, at 31-21 with 3:40 to go in this first half.
Never take a team too lightly.
Absolutely not, especially around March Madness, brother. That is when crazier things have happened.
Shots that don't normally fall will go in March. It's a known fact.
Get it into Paratori. Swings it back out now. They've got 17 on the shot clock, trailing here, 31-21. Swing it down in the corner. Up to Henshins now. They get it. They got 7 on the shot clock. Haley Phillips fires up a shot. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Morrow, and then they're going to call a foul on Cincinnati.
Haley now 1 for 5, 0 for 3 from three-point land. And I'll tell you what, Ashley Morrow's doing the job right now for Sinclair. Nothing too fancy, 5 points and 4 rebounds, but I think she's played the whole first half to this point.
Going to go down the other way and shoot some free throws. It's 18 fouls against Cincinnati, only 1 for Sinclair, so Morrow will be on the line. Free throw's good. We have an 11-point lead here, Tommy.
Yeah, you can't let this thing get too out of hand here, because once you give a team that you think you shouldn't have a problem with, once you give them a lot of hope and belief that they can win the game, then you're in trouble.
And free throw was no good, so she makes 1 of 2, 32-21, since they trailed Sinclair Community College. Swinging around to Henshins. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. It is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Payne. And coming down is going to be Morrow now. Cincinnati going to go back to a man-to-man. Morrow going off to her left. Dribbles behind her back. She's got nowhere to go. Good defense by Kinsey Brand. And there's Innocent again for a three-point. Wow.
What a big shot by
tell you
Innocent
what.
right there.
35-21. And I could not.
This is beyond a shocker right here, Dan. This is one you can't let this thing get too out of hand here, because you can see it in Sinclair's face right now that they think they can definitely win this game at this point, and Cincinnati State has got to wake up. And I'll tell you, we saw it a couple trips ago on offense. Cincinnati State, little dump pass inside that lane to Desiree Ash, and wide open shot, and we haven't gone back to it. We've launched three-pointers, and right now it's not working for us.
So the last time these two teams played, Cincinnati won by 20, 86-66, and obviously the big thing is, like you said, is when Innocent did not really play much in that game as she fouled out. She only actually played 10 minutes, Tom.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she's already well exceeded that right now. So Cincinnati had big games from Cameron Vaughn, and also Samantha Paratori had a big game with 15 points, but I was imagining because Innocent wasn't in there.
Yeah, I tell you, 2 of 11 now from three-point land for Cincinnati State. I think you need to rethink what you're doing and not settle for those shots, because we've seen when they move the ball around the perimeter, they can move in closer than that three-point line without any defense in front of them. They have to keep inching their way in there and have that cutter go across the top of the lane. That's an easy little 12 or 13-foot jump shot right there. You can't pass that up.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to change some things up here.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you play against a zone, if you get the ball in the middle, you open up more opportunities because the defense has to converge on you. And that opens up the people down low or the wings for the open shots.
35-31, 2:35 to go. They swinging the ball around. And McDougall has it. Over to Henshins now. Try to get it to Samantha Paratori. She turns around. She got her shot blocked. Paratori throws up another shot. It is no good. And going over the back is going to be Ash, and that's going to be number 2 on her.
No, the first one wasn't. Oh, no, it is 2 on her. You're right. 9 fouls to 1, Dan. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. I love this pen you gave me, buddy. Back to Mrs. Zando's art. Or Xanadu or whatever her name.
What was it? Zando was English.
So, something with a Z. Xander, maybe? I don't know. Makes a free throw, and I tell you what, it's all Sinclair in this first half. They're up 36-21, Tom. It's going to be tough for Sinclair to come back from something like this.
Well, you've got a lot of work to do just to get back into the game, and then you have to have enough to finish it on top of that, and that's where teams usually fall short.
37-21, 2:15 to go. They need to go on a little bit of a run to close out the half. Paratori gets it, spins, turns, kicks it out to Henshins, fires up a three-point shot. It is no good, and is rebounded by McDougall. How about that? Stevenson has it now with a fresh shot clock. There you go. Henshaws cuts to the basket, but shot was no good. And it's rebounded by Innocent. So Cincinnati really struggling from the field. Love to see what the percentage is.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I know that.
And taking all the way is Morrow. One-handed shot. It is no good. Rebounded by Kenzie Brandt, but then she throws a bad pass, and Innocent's going to have it. So really all together not playing very well.
No, not at all. They just don't seem to have any rhythm to them at all.
Nice move by Innocent.
She missed the shot.
And missed another layup. Tom, they've missed probably about 6 layups. Stevenson now has the basketball. Gives it over now to McDougal.
Well, they need a spark somewhere. I don't know where.
Kenzie Brandt gives it over to Paratori.
Come on,
there she goes. Puts in a shot. So Cincinnati finally scores after a big-time drought, and they've cut it now to 14. But really they need to make a good defensive stop here and close it to within 10 if they can.
Dan, where'd she shoot that ball from?
Right around the elbow there, buddy.
Foul on
There's going to be a foul on Paratori. And that's going to be number 2 on her.
Yeah, that's one of those, you got to go straight up right there. She turned around and kind of like a baby hook almost type shot. If she can make that all night, then sorry, you're going to lose anyway.
Right. Free throwing away, good.
And she's money on the free throw line.
Did she miss her first one?
No, she's hit all 5. I don't even know if she's hit the rim.
And shot on the way. In and out, no good. There you go.
And rebounded by Payne.
Payne's shot was no good. Paratori with the rebound. So Cincinnati can make something happen here with a 3 would really make a big difference. There's Kenzie Brandt. Throws up a shot. Good.
Sir.
All right. So they're getting a little bit of momentum going now. 38-25. 45.
There you go.
There's a steal by Kenzie Brandt.
Pass.
Puts it up and in. And there they are down 11, Tom. And it's exactly what they wanted. Throws another pass. They're going to get it to Payne. Payne's going to bring it down. Gets it down low. And it's going to be a block shot by Paratori. And there's a foul by Innocent. Tell you what, Tom.
Good job right there by Kenzie Brandt first off on the one end. And good job by Paratori to first stop the ball on Payne and then back down and block Innocent's shot.
So 38-27. They've cut it down now to 11. Hopefully get it down within 10. And it's exactly what we said needed to happen, Tom. Swing it over now to Kenzie Brandt. Oh.
Yeah, they got a little bounce in their step right now, and that's something that you definitely want to take into halftime with you. So they need one more good possession here before halftime.
McDougal taking the ball out of bounds. Going to have to hurry up to get it to Kenzie Brandt. They've got 16 on the shot clock. McDougal.
Take your time here.
Crosses it over to Kenzie Brandt and get it down in the corner to Henshaws.
There you go.
Get it into Paratori. She turns around, throws up a shot. Oh, that did not look good. Hit nothing at all. And there's about 3 seconds to go here in this first half.
The only good thing there, though, Dan, you didn't allow them an opportunity for points on the other end.
Yeah, so Cincinnati struggled in that first half, but cut it down to 11, 38-27. Tom had to play much better here in the second half.
Well, there's no question about it. Their shooting percentage was terrible in the first half. Way too many three-pointers taken, and I think we saw there at the end that they don't need three-pointers to win the game. Take it to Sinclair here in the second half.
Our score at half, 38-27. Tom and I'll be back with second half action right after this. What we figured was they shot 31% in that first half, and Tom, you can't do that and win ball games.
Yeah, the big thing, 2 of 12 from three-point land, that's not going to cut it. That's when you got to realize that your points are going to come a lot easier than shooting three-pointers, and so they've got to adjust that. They only got to the free throw line 2 times, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and that's not like a Cincinnati State team. They have to drive, and they have to force Sinclair to play defense. Leading away for Cincinnati State was Kenzie Brandt with 9, and for Sinclair, a huge first half. Liana Innocent with 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the line. Very good first half for her, but, Dan, I still think they have got to continue to hit the top of that zone on the inside part of that lane and get open shots.
Absolutely. So, but they did make a little bit of a run there to get it down to 11, and it's we stand at 38-27, getting ready to start, and Sinclair will have the ball to start the second half. So Sinclair takes the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Morrow. Looks like Cincinnati's going to be in a man-to-man. A nice steal there by early. Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn's going to take it all the way to the basket. She's going to lay it up and in.
There
so
we go.
Good start by Cincinnati. And that's exactly what they wanted to do to start, Tom, and they've cut it now down to 9. And again, they're going to be in that man-to-man. Morrow crosses over to Montgomery. And Montgomery has the basketball now. They got 14 on the shot clock, so we got a 38-29 game.
Good defense by Chin.
And Montgomery just throws it in.
Yeah, you can't do anything about that. That was good defense right there by Alexis Chin.
And there's going to be Chen. It's going to go to the basket. She loses control of it as she goes, and Sinclair's going to have the basketball now. So it looks like their second half is to attack the goal, Tom.
And there's
Innocent throws up a shot, and it's going to be Wang and Vaughn is going to jump. Possession will go to Cincinnati.
Innocent, I think she pulled up one dribble too soon on that. She could have gotten a little closer on that layup.
And they throw the ball. It goes off the hands of Sinclair out of bounds. It'll go to Cincinnati. 40-29. 18:51 to go here in this ballgame. Cincinnati trying to hang on to that first place tie with Owens. Swing it out now to Stevenson, over to Chang, out to Kenzie Brandt. Brandt's shot is no good, and Vaughn's going to get the rebound, but they're going to say she picks up a foul.
And that's going to be 3 on Cameron Vaughn. And she has been prone to foul trouble over the years, so it's going to be real interesting. She fouled out early against Columbus State, even though they didn't need her.
There's going to be a steal by Cincinnati. Ash is going to give it up now to Chen, who's going to the basket, lays it up and in. And obviously this press has bothered him just a little bit. And there's a turnover. How about that? So Sinclair turns it over, and Cincinnati's going to get the ball back again.
And that's 3 turnovers already in less than a minute and a half by Sinclair, so not a good sign on their end.
And they're going to give it now to Chen, who gives it back to Stevenson. Stevenson at the top, and it's going to be a kick ball. Get it now to Kenzie Brandt. Give it up high now.
Look at how much room is in there, Dan, on the top of that, below the free throw line.
And there's Ash for a three-point shot off the front of the rim, no good. And they quickly outlet it. Look at that, Montgomery running all the way down court. She's going to lay it up and in.
Too easy.
42-31, Sinclair up here on Cincinnati. And Stevenson's going to give it up now to Kenzie Brandt. And Stevenson's going to get it back. They got 20 in the shot clock. And it crosses over to Stevenson. Stevenson has it, gets double teamed. Almost threw a pass there, Tom, but crosses over to Kenzie Brandt.
There you go, wide open.
She's going to fire up a three-point shot. In and out, no good. Ash with the rebound. Ash up under, throws up a shot. It is no good. Rebounded by Innocent, and there's going to be a foul. A silly, silly foul by Chen, and that's going to be number 3 on her. So they've got 2 girls with some foul trouble.
Yeah, and those are the fouls that they do you no good at all. You're at 35 feet from the basket. I mean, it's a silly foul. Just run back, get back on defense. And it's not worth picking up a personal foul on that.
Cincinnati trailing here 42-31. They got it down to 9 and back up to 11 now. Sinclair. And that's Payne throws up a shot, and it's going to be Kenzie Brandt with the rebound. And Brandt coming down the other way. Brandt's going to get it down low. Nice pass inside. It's going to be a jump ball. Wow.
Goodness gracious.
And that ball is going to be turned over to go to Sinclair.
Yeah, Ash did not know that Wang was behind her, and Wang just kind of stood there, put her hand on the ball with no problem.
And Sinclair again up 42-31. 17:08 to go here in this first half. Dan Evers, Tom Benassi, Ronna McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. Montgomery has the ball at the top of the key. They got 16 on the shot clock. Morrow has it on the wing. Looking inside to Innocent. Good job by Paratori on defense. And they do throw it inside. There's going to be a steal. And what they're doing, Tom, they're letting them throw it in like that. And a very bad pass by Ash.
Come on.
And Innocent has it now. Innocent's going to pull up, throw up a shot, no good. Tipped up and around. Payne now throws it up, in good.
Unbelievable.
They are just not playing very well, Tom.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And McDougal has it here on senior day, trying to stay undefeated. They went 11-0 during the regular season, and this is their last home game. Henchins gets it into Paratori. She turns around, throws up a shot, no good, rebounded by Wang. And Morrow now has the basketball. She's going to drive all the way into the basket. She's going to lay it and almost got fouled. And I believe it's going to be on Paratori. Nope, it's going to be on Henchins. Tom, it's just one of those things when, you've seen teams, you and I watch a lot of college basketball, that sometimes good teams they struggle. And you don't know why, and you can't figure it out. And that's one of the reasons tonight.
Well, it's kind of like they want to be able to turn on the switch and have it work for them whenever they want it. But when you start out sluggish like this, you give the other team more hope than what they had when they walked in the door, and now you're fighting to get that edge back, and sometimes you just never get it back.
And free throws, missed both free throws, and it's going to be Ash with the rebound. And Kenzie Brandt now has it, gives it in the corner to McDougal. Back to Brandt. And it's going to be a kick ball, and the ball will go to Cincinnati. It's like Ellis is going to check in for the first time for Sinclair. And McDougal takes the ball out of bounds. And get it to Kenzie Brandt. 18 on the shot clock. And just going to give it now. Looks like they're going to be in a 2-3 zone as Sinclair, and it's caused them a little bit of problems, Tom.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ellis was a secret weapon or what. I don't know.
Oh, and there's McDougal with a two-pointer.
Ellis had 13 in that first matchup.
It's going to really help them out if McDougal can start making some baskets. Payne tries to throw it inside to Wang, and she just throws a bad pass. Henchins now has the basketball. Going to give it up now to McDougal. She's going to fire up another shot. No good, and it's going to be Innocent with the rebound. And they've got nobody back for Cincinnati, Tom.
Unbelievable.
And Wang's going to take it, put it up and in.
Unbelievable.
Like Cincinnati's going to call a timeout.
That is not good when that happens. I mean, you have to know that if McDougal is taking a shot on the outside, somebody's got to rotate back. And obviously no one did at that point. And, boy, I tell you, they're fighting and clawing, and they're not making any headway just yet. So you hope that they can right the ship here shortly.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have something happen here. If they're going to make it, they're going to have to cut it to at least a 10-point game and not let it go anything over that. So if they do make a run, it's within respectability.
Yeah, I still think you're winning. You're going to win this game attacking that zone. You're not going to win it by shooting threes. That's obvious. They're just not making threes tonight, period. Go in there, give it to Paratori. Paratori's got to be aggressive, though. She can't worry about Innocent blocking her shot. She's got to go right at her.
And that's exactly what they did, I believe, in that first game. If she only played 10 minutes. So, it's hard to believe that, if you look at Sinclair, and we got them down at 6 and 8 in the conference, and that's not right, obviously.
3 and 6 in the conference, but their overall record, I don't know. But yeah, 3 and 6 in the conference. Well, I mean, how?
Yeah.
I mean, they certainly look like they've got it together tonight. They got a good point guard. She's done a good job of handling the ball against one of the best defensive teams in the league. But right now, still down 13, and they have forced 5 turnovers already by Sinclair. They only had 8 in the first half. So they've done a good job, but they're not making it happen on the offensive end.
So Sinclair will stay in that zone. They're going to get it down in the corner to Ash. Ash to McDougal. Swinging around to Brad. They get it down in the corner to Ash now. And they get it to McDougal. She's going to pull up at the free throw line. Her shot is no good. And the ball is on the ground. They're fighting for it. And it's going to be controlled by Sinclair. And they throw a pass.
Steal by Brandy.
Steal by Henchins. She's going to fire up a shot. No good. They are just not falling, Tom.
No, they just cannot get it to go.
And Montgomery now has it for Sinclair. Cincinnati State trailing here 46-33. And driving is Ellis, and they're going to call a late foul on Ash. And that's going to be number 3, and they're in some serious foul trouble, Tom.
Yeah, you got your top 3 of your top players right now, Vaughn, Chin, and Ash, all with 3 fouls. 14:27 to go in the game. That is not a good thing. And I'll tell you, I know there's a lot of time left in this game, but this would be a devastating loss in league play for Cincinnati State.
47-33, Ellis on the line for her second free throw. Free throw's good, so she buries both. Why didn't we see her in the first half?
I don't know, but like I said, she had 13 in that first matchup, and, I don't know, unless there's some kind of a suspension type thing.
And they get it in the corner to Henshins. Get it down and low, pass it back out. Henshins fires up a shot. It is no good. Fighting for the rebound is going to be Vaughn. Vaughn gets it over to McDougal. Back to McDougal. She's going to fire up a three-point shot.
Yes!
Good! It's a three-pointer. That was big. 48-36. They cut it to 12. Tell you what, that'll be a huge bonus if she could hit some three-pointers. Innocent fires up three. Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
What an answer by Innocent with her first bucket of the second half. She now has 19 points. Huge three-pointer right there.
Absolutely. When Cincinnati, McDougal had the ball and got rid of it. And there's
Come on, Brandy.
Fire up a three. No good. Goes over to backboard, and they are just gone cold big time shooting from the outside.
Henson right now is 1 for 8 from the field, 1 of 6, from three-point.
And look at that. Innocent behind her back. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. She didn't know what to do with it, Tom, but there getting a rebound was Wang, and there's going to be a foul on Chang. Or excuse me, on Ash.
Well, these are rebounds, Dan, that we never see Cincinnati State not get. They always get those rebounds, and they're not getting them tonight. Sinclair is beating them to the ball. And that's 4 on Desiree Ash.
And basket's good. And I'll tell you what, Tom, potentially could be a big blowout here if they don't watch it.
Yeah, they're in serious trouble now. Now you talk about a shocker in the league tonight. Oh, my goodness. This one will give new life to Columbus State.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of life to Edison to move up on the seeding.
And free throw is no good, so she makes 1 of 2. 52-36, 13-17 to go here in this ball game. Cincinnati trail not playing very well. McDougal has it on the wing. Gets it up now to Henshins. Again, they're going to be in A zone. Get it to Cameron Vaughn. She was double
wide
teamed.
open. Chin was wide open under the basket.
And get it now to Chin walks. Oh,
good job, though. I like that.
Basket.
And you know what? I can't believe they're going to call that because she was inside the that circle there.
And that's going to be number 3 on her. So Chin will be on the line to shoot 2.
I like the aggressive move by Chin, though, on the baseline. Not settling for a jump shot when she could take it right to her. Nice.
And it's going to make a free that looks a lot better, Tom.
So that's 4 for Chin today. And the Innocent's going to come out of the game, and she has been a monster tonight for Sinclair.
Chang ready for her second free throw.
All
good.
right.
She makes both of them. That's big free throws for her. So Cincinnati down here 14, trying to get back into this ball game, and really going to have to make a run. They're in a 1-2-2 press. Payne's going to give it up now to Ellis. Ellis going off to the right. Gives it back to Morrow. Swing it over to Montgomery. 15 on the shot clock. Get over to Montgomery. She fakes a three-pointer. Back over to Morrow. They got 9 on the shot clock. Don't foul way out there. Oh, you're kidding me.
Wow, that's 4 on Chin. Oh, my goodness. This is getting serious now, Dan. Chin and Ash, 2 starters, both with 4. Cameron Vaughn with 3. Not good here for Cincinnati State. Things are not looking in their favor right now.
Haley Phillips checks back into the ball game. So they get a fresh shot clock. 52-38. Morrow now has it. It's going to drive all the way into the basket, lays it up and in. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable. They got complete confidence right now as a team, and they are taking it to Cincinnati State. Unbelievable shocker here at Cincinnati State tonight.
Kenzie Brandt's going to fire up a three-point shot. It is no good. And, Tom, they're settling on jumpers, and that's not what they need right now.
Yeah, three-point shooting is horrific tonight, and they have got to get to the free throw line. They've taken 4 free throw shots in this game.
Wow, deep three-pointer. Oh!
Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness, by Montgomery.
And right now, Carly Montgomery, 6 of 7 from the field with 15 points for Sinclair.
Wow, this is what you call a shocker, Tom.
This is unbelievable. I just never expected this. And like you said, they have so much confidence now. It's going to be tough to turn this ball game around. Yeah, Montgomery only had 5 in the first matchup, and she's got 15. Wing, Payne, and Morrow combined for 38.
Wow.
In that first matchup. Ellis had 13. So it's just weird. Innocent, like you said, only had 2. Montgomery fouled out of the game also. So, but Cincinnati State right now, they've got to, what they can't do is panic. They got to take their time on offense and work the ball around and get good shots. They have to work harder on the boards. They're getting beat on the boards, which has never happened.
And I think that's a little bit of what's going on right now is they've kind of, a little bit of panic has set in, and they're settling for jump shots, and they're really going to have to make some kind of a move here, Tom, or else.
And this is an absolute shocker going on right now.
So they're going to swing the ball around and get it inside to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to get it, lose control of the basketball. And Tom, it's just not their game. Oh, Stevenson's going to get it, save it, not
step down.
And they just really, nothing is going their way. Calls, anything. And not that they've been bad calls, just nothing seems to be going their way. This is exactly like March Madness if you think about it.
I'm telling you, that's why they play the game. I mean, these teams, they know they have one chance left, and they're taking advantage of it. This is their big-time game right now. Whenever you play Cincinnati State, it's your biggest game on your schedule.
Absolutely. So Cincinnati trying to keep that undefeated perfect record at home, and they're in danger of losing it, but Cameron Vaughn's going to come up with a rebound. Stevenson quickly coming down the other way. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. She's going to lay it up high up the glass. No good.
Oh
my gosh.
4 on Cameron Vaughn, which matches her rebound total, which is never good.
So they got Cameron Vaughn, Alexis Chin, and Desiree Ash all with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Stevenson and Henshin looks like this game's already over. They've got to pick it back up here and get on one of the runs, but with 3 players with 4 fouls with 11 minutes left is not a good thing.
And Morrow will be on the line. 57-38. That's a correct score. Free throw's no good. And now they're going to make up a makeup call. Are you kidding me? Foul's going to be on number 12. I mean, that is a total makeup call right there because a couple people were yelling at the officials and saying that it's 7-1 in fouls, and now it's 7-2. 17 fouls for Cincinnati and only 2 for Sinclair. You think we're replaying at Sinclair?
Well, Sinclair has gotten to the line 20 times. They've shot 20 free throws to Cincinnati's 4.
Foul's going to be on Paratori.
That's 3 on her. And that's a frustration foul also.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's got to set her feet on that turnaround jump shot. She can't. She's almost throwing it up there against the rim, and I mean she's just got to turn around with confidence and go right at whoever's guarding her.
So on the other end is going to be Wang shooting a free throw. It looks like Regina Young's going to check in, and she's got fresh. I don't think she has any fouls. Free throw's good.
Now, right now, there's no part of this game that reminds me of the Cincinnati State team that I've seen play, especially last Wednesday when Columbus State came to town. That ball game was over 5 minutes into the game. It was over. There was no question who was going to win that game, and tonight it's completely opposite.
That's going to make another free throw, and that's 59-38.
Well, you see what they have right here. This is going to show the character of the team the rest of the season right here. Are you going to battle back, or are you just going to let them keep kicking your butt?
And it's going to be another not shot, was no good, and Sinclair quickly coming down the other way. And Tom, if you're Sinclair, take off as much time as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you don't want Cincinnati to get back into this ball game. And Kinsey Brandt has it down in the corner. Try to throw it in, and it got kicked.
Got to get that inside-out game going. Free up that middle again. But in order to get that zone to come out a little bit, they're going to have to hit a 3. I mean, they were just awful from three-point line.
And they get the ball inside, and that is going to be Jen, whose shot couldn't make it, or Ash, excuse me.
Unbelievable.
So they are just not falling. Nothing going right here for Cincinnati. And they get it down to Payne, running the court, up and in.
No excuse for that, though. That's got nothing to do with talent. That's getting just out-hustled right there.
And they get the ball inside to Regina Young. Throws it off the glass, no good. She's going to get it back again. Throws shot off the glass, no good.
Goodness
and it's going to be
gracious.
McDougal. And Stevenson they get it inside to Ash, swinging out to McDougal.
Come on.
Fires up a three-point
There
shot,
you
good. And that's going to make it down to a 20-point game at 61-41. And get it in. Now and again, if you're Sinclair, you want to try to waste as much time as possible. Stevenson playing hard on defense. Give it now to Ellis. Ellis going to drive all the way in. They said she walked with it. Yep. Checking in is going to be Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn, who's checking back into the ball game with 4 fouls. Looks like they're going to bring Innocent off the bench now, Tom. Smart move by coach.
Yeah, this is a if they can shut them down for a couple more minutes, if you're Sinclair, then you can really go, oh, that's a charge, wasn't it?
And Vaughn's going to throw up a shot, but she got fouled. It should have been a charge, no call.
That's her first foul.
Who's that on?
Morrow. They've got 5 fouls, Dan, total.
Yeah, that
on their team.
Free throw good.
Their team, Dan.
So, yeah, right there we got, what, 4, 8, 12.
18. 18 to 5.
18 to 5, yeah, that's.
But then again, when you shoot 23 pointers,
yep,
you're not forcing the official to make the call. And this is where Cincinnati has been so good all year is they get in there and they get to the free throw line, they get easy points.
Free throw, good.
There we go.
Makes both free throws.
All right, under 20.
61-43 is our score with 9:08 to go. Cincinnati's going to put on some pressure.
Cameron Vaughn has got to be careful. No, she got
Vaughn
the steal.
The steal. Vaughn's going to give it up now to McDougal. McDougal has it at the top of the key. Swing it over now to Stevenson. They get it inside to Vaughn. Vaughn double spins, turns, throws it off the glass.
I'll take
good.
that.
Vaughn's got the rebound. She's going to drive all the way to the basket.
Yeah,
fouled,
good job by Cameron Vaughn. That is a great job right there by her.
And that's going to be 4 fouls on Innocent.
I love it because even with 4 fouls, she's battling. She knew that she had to take it to the basket no matter what, and she did. That is a big foul against Sinclair right there.
Cameron Vaughn, who was the National Player of the Week. How about that?
Yeah.
Vaughn, free throw. No. Oh, no good. You got to bear these free throws when you're down.
Not only are you the league player, you're National Junior College Player of the Week for Division II. What an incredible honor for Cameron Vaughn. It was the week ending the 13th of February.
Vaughn, I'll be on the line for free throw number 2. No, she didn't make either one. But Mackenzie Brandt with the rebound. Get out to Stevenson. Fires the shot. Good. Cincinnati State making a little bit of a.
Sir.
What do they got? They got a jump ball. Possession's going to go to Cincinnati.
Sir. Guess who's right in the middle of it? Number 21. Kinsey Brandt once again making it happen for Cincinnati State.
How about that? Crowd getting involved now.
Great job right now by Cincinnati State. Keep their energy level up. Now the one thing you got to be really careful about is with Cameron Vaughn and Alexis Chin both in the game with 4 fouls, you can't let your emotions get too much. You have to remember you got to play smart. If you have to give up a layup, you got to give it up. You can't afford to foul out of the game at this point.
61-45. Cincinnati was down at 1 point, 21 points. And Cincinnati trying to fight and claw their way back into this ball game.
Well, Cincinnati State 4 for 20 from three-point land.
Wow.
4 for 20. That is that is not good. And but you know what? They got that energy level back, and now it's a matter of keeping it up. But you got to, like I said, you have to play smart right now. You fouling out of the game is a lot more important than giving up an easy basket or giving up a rebound that you don't have a good chance at. You can't commit silly fouls and get taken out of this game.
You know, and on these notes that we got from Nick, and this is a rematch of last year's district final, Sinclair and Cincinnati State. So, you know, they have a little bit of a history here, but I know a lot of the players aren't the same for Cincinnati State, but still, nonetheless, they've got a little bit of history here.
Yeah, right now you got to, if they keep doing the inside-out game, they're going to continue to get open 3 shots. And right now McDougal is the hot shooter. So if they can free her up, I'd free her up.
So Stevenson taking the ball out of bounds. Get it to Kinsey Brandt now on the wing. Over to McDougal. They got 25 on a shot clock. This would be a huge basket for Cincinnati if they can make it. Chen drives to the basket.
I like it.
They get a foul on Wang, I believe.
Once again, they're getting to the free throw line. Instead of settling for that jump shot, she took it to the rim, and now she's going to stand at the free throw line with the clock stopped.
Absolutely. So Chen will be on the line for 2 free throws. Got to make the free throws. They missed the 2 last time, so they've missed 3 in a row.
Yeah, 5 of 9 overall.
Missed another one.
Oh, Kinsey got in there but didn't.
Oh,
all right.
Went off a Wang out of bounds. So
unfortunately, 2 more misses though, Dan.
Got to make these free throws down the stretch, Tom.
Kinsey is, I'm telling you, when there's a big play to be made,
give it to her.
She'll get her hand on it.
Oh,
you got to make that. She's got to make that.
And they're going to get it all the way down to Ellis, and she's going to smartly bring the ball back out. But she fires up a shot.
Wow, that's
Why would
exactly
you do that?
What Cincinnati State wants right there.
McDougal's going to give it up now to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt's going to take it all the way to the basket, and she throws up a shot, no good. And Cameron Vaughn's going to put it up and in. And all of a sudden, it is a 61-47 ball game.
Don't reach. God. That's it. That's a silly foul. She's gone. Alexis Chin fouls out with 5 points, and right there, you have to know the game situation right there. You cannot afford a foul 42 feet away from the basket.
Absolutely. So she's going to foul out of the ball game, and I believe that they would send in Ash or I would think it would be Ash or
Henshin maybe. Yeah, I mean, they had her trapped. They had the advantage. And to go in and reach and commit a foul at that point in the possession, just silly. And now 8 minutes left in the game, and they're down a player.
And Morrow will be on the line. Free throw, good. And that's the difference right there, Tom, is we missed 4 free throws, and they are making free throws here tonight.
Yeah, they got 15 made free throws. We have 5.
And basket is good, so they make both of them. 63-47. And McDougal has the ball now on the wing.
And I noticed Hannah Stevenson has taken off the wrap off her wrist.
And get the ball, and they swing it around. Now Cameron Vaughn has it, gets it up high to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to drive in, pulls up, throws up a shot. It is no good. Tipped up, out. They're fighting for it. Ball's on the ground.
Job.
Kinsey Brandt's going to come up with it. Back to Stevenson. She got hammered, but there's Vaughn.
Gets the loose
puts it
ball.
up and in.
Danny, they're coming alive.
63-49. It might be a little too late, though, Tom.
Yeah, I agree. And right there, Ash almost committed her 5th foul by reaching in.
And the ball's on the ground by Ellis. She's going to give it up to Montgomery. And Montgomery has it, spins. And they're going to fire up a 3-point shot as Morrow. A shot is no good.
And that's what you want.
Why are they doing that? I don't
know.
understand. They're up 63-49. Stevenson's going to drive into the basket, throws up a shot off balance.
Vaughn
and
again.
Vaughn with the rebound. Puts it up and in.
I tell you, she is a monster in there. Unbelievable.
And it looks like they might have a foul. It might be on Stevenson. Yep. And that'll be only her 2nd foul.
Vaughn is showing you right now why she was National Player of the Week, because that's what she does. She gets in there, and she refuses to let anybody else get a rebound, and her baskets are within 3 feet of the basket.
But they fouled the wrong girl, Tom.
I agree. Well, she's missed 5.
Free throw, good. And looks like Innocent is going to check back into the ball game. 6:55 to go, Tom. I go right at her.
No question about it. No doubt about it.
Free throw, no good.
All right.
64-51. Give it up to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt has it. Swings it over to McDougal. McDougal.
Good. Yes.
She's starting to catch a little bit of fire here, too, Tom.
Don't reach.
Don't reach.
Desiree's got to be really careful out there. Do not reach in.
Innocent has. Don't reach right there. Taking it all the way to the basket. Innocent shot was no good. Wang with the rebound. She's going to be fouled.
Ash
I believe it's going to be Ash, or is it on Kinsey Brandt?
It's Ash.
It is on Ash.
Goodness gracious. That's 5 on her. Once again, that's what I'm talking about. You have to focus so hard when you have 4 fouls. You have to try so hard to think about where you are in the game. And, unfortunately, that's 2 players now that Cincinnati State has lost. They're fighting hard. They got it down to 11, but now with Chin and Ash disqualified, it's going to be tough.
Free throw, good.
Is she not disqualified?
I thought she was.
I thought she was too.
Had they not put anybody in?
I think they only had 4 in their book because she's still in.
And that's going to be another free throw, so she's still in. I had her with 5.
I did too.
And they get it to Kinsey Brandt. Swings it over to Stevenson. Stevenson now drives in, kicks it back out to McDougal. Down in the corner to Ash. I thought she fouled out, Tommy. Ash kicks it over to McDougal. She fires up another shot, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Innocent. So might be a little too late here for Cincinnati. Kinsey Brandt with the steal. Gives it back over now to Stevenson. She's going to pull up, fire up a shot, no good. And running it down is going to be Payne. And they got girls wide open.
Goodness.
And there's going to be Wang's going to lay it up and in.
You can't lose track of 3 people.
Ash going to fire up a 3-point shot. Good.
Dan, you know what I think it is? Is we had Ash marked for a foul earlier.
What?
11 what? Oh,
called a technical.
Technical foul on Hannah Stevenson. And that'll be 3 on her. Not a good time.
What was the technical foul call?
I have no idea, but that is not a good time for that. At all.
But I don't even see what she did.
No, I don't know. But she misses it. So Morrow, and I'm not sure why they're sending Morrow. I guess if it happens against a certain player, I thought you could still use anybody.
No, makes one.
Because she's not. I mean, she doesn't have a great percentage from the free throw line.
Uh-oh. I think Ash might have 5. Now they're going to notice that the Ash has 5.
Well, I thought they went over and checked because originally they thought she had 5, and he went over and checked, and they said no.
Wow. Oh, they got somebody wide open again, and they're going to give it over to Montgomery.
Now, if you're Sinclair, why are you even attacking?
Really?
Pull the ball out.
69-56, and they drive into the basket, lose control. And
I don't think anybody touched it.
I don't think so either.
And still enough time to come back. Cincinnati State's got to keep their head. The one thing you can't afford, now you got Ash and Vaughn still with 4 on the floor.
And Innocent, they swing it around. They've got 13 on the shot clock. Montgomery has it, looking into Wang. Get it over to Innocent. They swing it over to Payne. Payne's going to drive all the way and throws up a shot. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Cincinnati. And Stevenson coming down the other way. Stevenson gets it over to Kinsey Brandt. Back to Stevenson. McDougal getting a corner.
Ash from the corner. No good.
Rebounded by Vaughn. Vaughn's going to take it to the basket.
No good.
Hoping she was going to get fouled, and she does not. And again, they've got numbers. Montgomery's going to take it all the way to the basket.
Missed it.
Shot was no good, but then they call it foul.
Wasn't it? It was late. But it was a smart play right there by Montgomery. She slowed up and actually helped draw the contact. And Hannah Stevenson kind of nonchalantly fouled. Either let her go or I don't know what you do there, but I guess that technical was not a personal foul.
It's supposed to be, isn't it?
I had that as her 3rd.
And in and out, no good. Rebounded by Vaughn. Give it up now to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt's going to take it to the basket, take it all the way.
Come on.
Lays it up. Shot was no good. Rebounded by Wang, and nobody back again.
Unbelievable. What is going on?
And they're going to lay it up. Montgomery misses another layup.
You gotta be kidding me. I don't understand what Cincinnati State is doing by not getting somebody back. They're not rotating back.
Swing it around down to McDougal. McDougal's going to drive all the way in, take it to the basket, lays it up and in. Good job by Grace McDougal.
McDougal with 12 tonight.
And Sinclair, if they're smart, they'll just take the ball out of bounds. Just bring it around.
Don't.
Foul's going to be on Kenzie Brandt, I believe. That'll be her first, I believe.
Morrow's going to go to the line again.
$70-58 is our score. Cincinnati trailing with only 4:11 to go. Really going to have something happen here.
Yeah, and Ashley Morrow's going to go to the line, and she's got 12 points on the game. This will be her 15th free throw shot and 16th of the game. She's 6 for 14 right now, so not good.
Wow.
I mean, you kind of think about it, it might be the right person to foul with the players that are on the floor. But Cincinnati State having a hard time getting this below 10. And you hope they didn't use up too much energy to make it to this point.
It's like they got only 8 fouls called total against Sinclair.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's got, 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24 fouls called against them. So it's 24, really.
It's already 4-8 on your home floor, baby. Home cooking.
Wow. That is really unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'll tell you what, Grace McDougal's keeping them in this game right now. She's got 12 points, and we've seen her kind of go up and down. We've seen her have a good game, and then she won't score at all, and then she'll have another good game, and then she won't score at all. And they're going to need good guard play down the stretch, especially against a team like Owens, who they struggled with last weekend. But right now, it's a matter of staying in the ball game if you're Ash and Vaughn.
70-58, 4:11 to go. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Rhonda McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. And a very shocking events happening here so far, where Cincinnati trying to hang on with that league lead with Owens, but in danger of losing this game. Morrow misses another one.
Now 6 of 15 from the free throw line, so 9 misses at the line just for Morrow alone.
Free throw on away.
Oh.
Good.
So Cincinnati State's got to be in attack mode right now. If you have an open shot, you can't afford to pass it up at this point.
Kenzie Brandt's going to swing it over to Stevenson. Looking inside, nothing there. McDougal. Swing it over now.
Oh, Desiree's got to take that.
Get it over to Kenzie Brandt. She's going to pull up, fire up a shot.
Get in there.
And it
nice
goes in.
Nice bounce. You got to like that. Kenzie deserves that one. Look at it. We're going to get beat again.
That's an 11-point ball game here, 71-60, but we only got 3:40 to go in this ball game.
Move your feet. You don't want to reach. There's still plenty of time.
And that's going to be Payne up top for.
Oh, nice steal by Stevenson. Great job, Dan, of her cutting in front there.
She pulls up, throws up a shot, no good, and Vaughn with the rebound. Vaughn gets it into Ash. Ash puts it up and in.
How about Cameron Vaughn once again on the inside?
Oh, and
that's 4.
Stevenson's going to pick up a foul.
That's going to be 4. So Stevenson picks up her 4. So Vaughn, Stevenson, and Ash all with 4 still on the floor. And Innocent will go to the line. She's been quiet. She only got 3 points in the second half, and they still have a 9-point lead.
Yeah, she got in a little bit of foul trouble. So 3:12 to go since trailing 71-62.
And she was 5 for 6 in the first half.
Free throw good. That's a big free throw right there.
Yeah, she just had a monster first half, and she ended up picking up that 4th foul and had to sit down for a while.
Free throw good. She hits both of them. Cincinnati.
Got to think maybe 3s now.
73-62. Swing it over to Kenzie Brandt. Brandt back to McDougal. Over to Stevenson. Over to
Desiree.
Ash.
Not willing to take that 3
McDougal,
today.
3-pointer. Oh, that looked good.
All right, come on.
Ash going to run it down. Ash has it. Swings it up high to Kenzie Brandt. Brandt's going to drive in, kicks it out now to Steve. How they don't call a foul, Tom. Oh, my God.
Stevenson's toughing it out on the inside. Look at this.
Kenzie Brandt gets it down again.
Come on. You got to shoot that. Don't be afraid to shoot those now.
Get it to Desiree Ash, going to go to the basket, throws up a shot. How do they not call fouls? And they do down there, Tom.
I don't know. I tell you what, now they're passing up three-pointers that they've been taking the whole game.
Yep.
They've got to take them now.
And it's going to be Morrow driving all the way and pulls up for a shot.
Nice shot right there. That's a big shot.
I think that might have done it right there, Tommy.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. An absolute shocking outcome tonight. I don't think anybody expected this in the league.
And McDougal's going to drive in, throw up a shot, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Innocent.
That's going to do it, man.
And Stevenson with it, steals it. And they get it inside, try to throw it inside. But I tell you what, Sinclair played very well today.
They did. They took it to Cincinnati State from the beginning. They attacked them, and we actually questioned, why are they running up and down the floor with Cincinnati State, a team that obviously much more talented, you would think. But I tell you what, they knew what they were doing. They attacked, and chalked up 24-some fouls against them.
Yeah. And we'll see. Hopefully Coach will know to join me. She might not want to after this game. I'm sure very, very frustrated. And they're going to have to do senior players after this too. So
yeah, this is just, I'll tell you what, this is one that there's a whole lot of folks around the Columbus area and the Piqua area and the Toledo area that are going to be shocked when they see this score. I guarantee it.
Absolutely.
So perfect 11-0 record is going to come down to an end tonight, and I did not expect this. I know that.
I don't think anybody really expected this outcome. Tom, back-to-back losses. That's another shocker right there. I mean, the last time they lost back-to-back losses, I believe, was around Christmas time.
Yeah, this is one of those moments right now, and even though you may not win this game, you still need to finish this game strong. And you got your tournament coming around, and tournament is all about momentum. That's all it is. Teams that you wouldn't think, that's why they call it March Madness. You get on a roll, and you beat teams that you get smoked by early in the year.
Cincinnati trying to put on some pressure, maybe even trying to foul.
Timeout.
They call a timeout by Sinclair. So they're going to call a timeout, and Cincinnati still trying to fight to the very end. Again, we'll have our men will be playing next. Sinclair and Cincinnati State. Cincinnati State beat Sinclair up in Dayton by 4, 84-80, and they were minus a couple players, but they've got everybody back, and the men are playing very, very well.
So right now, Sinclair is 24 of 37 from the free throw line. Cincinnati State has only taken. Cincinnati State is 5 for 11.
Wow. Not good. And they break it again pretty easily, and all they got to do is really bring it back out. And they get it to Morrow. Morrow has it. 1:35 to go in this game. Cincinnati down 13. It's pretty much all academic from here, Tommy.
Yeah, if they're not fouling, they're obviously letting the a good steal by Kinsey.
Kinsey Brandt's going to have the steal. She's going to go to the basket. Throws up a shot, puts it up and in. It's a good steal by Kinsey Brandt. It's still an 11-point game, but quickly Sinclair's going to bring it back down. Give it up to Morrow.
You're not even thinking about going to the basket unless you have a layup.
Innocent fires up a three-point shot. Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the ball game, and unbelievable. 24 points for Innocent.
And Hedgens fires up a three-point shot. It is no good. Kinsey Brandt's going to flip it back now to Stevenson. We're under a minute to go. Cameron Vaughn has it. And I'll tell you, the Sinclair people are very happy in Dayton. And that shot was no good, and it's going to be Kinsey Brandt. How about that? No fouls called at all. You can hear the smacking, And it's going to be a jump ball, and I believe possession will go to Sinclair. Unbelievable. 78-64. Cincinnati State going to end up losing this game to Sinclair.
Well, I'll tell you, now you're in jeopardy of possibly losing out on the number 2 seed, let alone the 1 seed.
And just taking some time to wind it out, and it looks like they're going to have to call a timeout.
Smart play right there.
Winding off as much time as possible.
I'll tell you what, Morrow's played a heck of a game. She's played pretty much the whole game, and I think she's handled it very well. No question about it. And she's done a good job of getting the free throw line, that's for sure. She shot 16 free throws. So Sinclair took it to them from the minute they started the game.
Absolutely.
And Innocent carried him in the first half. Morrow and Montgomery carry him in the second half.
78-64. Cincinnati going to lose their third conference game of the year and fall to 8-3 in the conference and 23-6 overall. And it's to lose 2 games like they have. You don't want to lose those 2 games in this late in the season. You'd rather lose them early in the season.
Yeah, no question. Like I said, it's all about momentum. And right now, that is not something that's on Cincinnati State's side. With 1 game left, they got almost 2 weeks off before they go to Cuyahoga, who another team they should have no problem with, but you never know.
78-64, and 25 seconds to go here in this game, and really all Sinclair has to do is just inbound a ball and probably go to the free throw line, I'd imagine, if they do
I don't
foul.
even know if you foul at this point. Why would you even foul?
Yep. And Innocent has the basketball. Gives it up now to Wang. He's going to lay it up and in.
I wasn't thinking they would do that either, though.
80-64, 17 seconds to go. Henchins has it over to Stevenson. Henchins going to fire up a three-point shot. That's good. She hits a three-pointer, but that's going to be it, Tommy. We're at 7 seconds to go, and Innocent has the basketball. And they're going to give it into Wang, and there's about 2 seconds to go. And that's going to be the end of the ball game. I'll go down and try to get Coach.
Well, Cincinnati State suffers their first home loss of the year, and they are going to drop to 8-3 in the league. Sinclair now 4-6, and a devastating loss, a shocker here. And Cincinnati State led by Cameron Vaughn with 14, Kenzie Brandt with 13, McDougal with 12. Sinclair, Innocent had a huge game with 24, followed by Wang with 17, Montgomery 16, and Morrow with 15. So once again, an absolute shocker here, coming off a loss at Owens. They come home where they were 11-0. And they do not play very well, and Sinclair takes it to them and gets the win on Cincinnati State's home floor. We'll go down to Dan with Coach Beeler.
All right, I'm joined with Coach, and Coach, that was a very, very tough loss. You got to take your hats off to Sinclair.
Yep, they were ready to play. We weren't. We took them way too lightly. We didn't have a good practice yesterday, and we didn't play well in the second half against Owens. And I told them in the locker room, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's got to change.
Yeah, and you guys struggled a little bit down here. You missed a couple shots. Shooting percentage wasn't really that good, and you didn't attack the goal like you usually do. Was that a difference in the game?
Just our mental preparedness was the difference in the game. We weren't ready to play tonight, and I knew that when we got in the gym at 4:30 today.
And how do you guys bounce back? Because you got to get ready because you got to go to Cuyahoga.
I'm not sure yet. It'll be a lot of running probably in practice because that effort was the worst effort I think I've ever seen.
Coach, thanks for joining us. All right, that's Coach joining us, getting her thoughts on that game. Obviously not very happy. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, get ready for the men's game. And our final score here was they ended up losing by, quite a big difference there. So we'll take a break, regroup. We'll be back with our second game right after this.